We have 5 children.
The number of kids that we had was not enough as far as I'm concerned. I would have enjoyed to have at least 10. But after the twins, that was enough.
Marcus learned how to ride the bike today. This is Alexa's old bike when he was about 4 or 5 years old. All right.
I'm very blessed to have my twin with me just because he really wasn't supposed to be here, so it is a miracle that he's here.
Michael almost died at birth and had to be revived because his bone marrow shut down, his kidneys shut down, his liver shut down, and he went into seizures. And it was very iffy whether he was going to make it. But he did.
No, let Michael ride now.
Michael have this many. No,
Let
I
Michael
got
ride,
this
then
many.
you'll ride, okay?
Michael have this many.
You'll ride in a minute.
We never got along growing up. It's unbelievable looking back at it. I mean, it didn't matter what it was, you know, amount of friends, how much playing time we got in the basketball courts, who was the king of t-ball.
Growing up, we had to be separated in preschool, and ever since then, we haven't been in the same class.
Michael Trotter.
All right, Mike. Mike and I weren't really football fans. You know, we were really big into basketball. I think we really did it, to tell you the truth, is because our dad loved football. He loved the Bears, he loved linebackers, he loved tackling. And so I think we gave it a shot just because we saw how much he liked it, and I think we wanted to see how much we liked it as well. Michael was such a great safety out of high school. Individually, for me, I always felt like maybe I wasn't getting the recognition I deserved because of my brother. Michael got a scholarship at Wisconsin, and I was there when he received it. And our head coach, when he told us, you know, I was like, oh, that's cool, I got a scholarship too, right? And he's like, no, he didn't, you know, Coach Billman didn't offer you, he offered Michael. I told myself right then that I was gonna prove everyone wrong.
It was the day before signing day, and he comes into our house wearing a Minnesota hat. And I'm like, oh wow, he made his decision, he committed to Minnesota. And then that entire night from probably 10 o'clock to 3 in the morning, the coaches at Wisconsin were calling him, trying to convince him.
I just decided, you know, I would rather stay with my brother, and if I was gonna prove myself anywhere, I would love to prove myself for the Badgers.
My son Alexis was 14 weeks old as a little embryo, and you could see him on the ultrasound. He was spinning. And the doctor said, wow, what a unique little baby. I bet he's gonna be a gymnast.
It became quite evident when he was about 12 years old that his focus was only about gymnastics. Alexis was a state champion in the floor and vault routine for 2 years in a row. I noticed with Lex at age 15 that was a problem. I noticed then. When depression knocks on your door, it's coming in.
True depression is not sadness, it's not being upset, it's a total loss of the person you love. They enter a dark space and they can't get out.
But when he was given a diagnosis, he was so happy because he knew something was wrong.
He went to Penn State with a dream to go to the Beijing Olympics. And it looked like he was gonna do it. He was doing so well, but his freshman year, he tore his shoulder completely off of his left bicep. And I think at the time, his coach just said that he should probably hang it up and he probably couldn't do gymnastics anymore.
And the world started crumbling. There was nothing we could say or do to change it. He lived and breathed gymnastics.
I thought, you know, he was doing this to himself. I'm like, well, you know, this is his fault. He could easily be happy if he wanted to, you know.
I kind of just assumed maybe he'll get out the slump. I think that's what people assume, like, oh, if, you know, someone's depressed, sooner or later they'll get out of it, they're just sad, which is not the case.
What I saw depression do was steal my son. It was kind of like cancer of your soul and spirit.
We did the best that we could. I can tell you, as a surgeon and as a doctor, and we're both physicians, we help a lot of people. And as a surgeon, I've cured a lot of people. But I had my own son that I couldn't help. That was pretty tough. And just couldn't help him. And what made it so bad, he couldn't help himself.
The first incident, when he tried to overdose, I heard this weird noise from Alexis's room. Our dad walked past his door, and then he heard it, and he opened up the door, and he screamed for us to get there, and Alexis was passed out, choking on his vomit from vomiting the pills that he took.
My husband revived him, and the hospital revived him, and of course he promised he would never do that again, but he did.
At that time, it was kind of hard to reach out to my brother Alexis because he moved to Madison. I knew he was suffering. I knew he didn't really want to talk to anyone.
I would never forget the day that it happened. When I got the phone call about Lex, I pick it up, and the guy says, "Is this John Trotter?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "I'm sorry to tell you that we just found your son, Alexis Trotter, dead."
They found him dead Saturday morning. He had come home on Thursday, and he was fine. What would I have done if I knew that my son was close to committing suicide? I would have told him, keep fighting, don't give up. Even if there's a little bit of hope, we don't want you to go, we want you to stay. But I didn't.
That night after he died, I had a dream. Someone knocked on the door, and it's my brother. And he was so happy. I've never seen him so happy in years. He just said, "I'm sorry I did this, but I'm free and I'm happy now. I love you guys so much." And he just ran away into this bright light.
This game is extra special here in Senior Day, and all across the country, the home teams are going through this.
There's 20 seniors that will be walking through the tunnel for the final time at Camp Randall Stadium, and everyone has made it a big point that they want to send them out the right way. The senior class has posted a record of...
Before every game, I go up to Derek Lance with a marker, and I don't have to say anything because he knows exactly what that means. And he writes Lex 19, and 19 signifies April 19, 2008, the day he died. It would mean so much to me if my brother was there, but he's looking down on me and my family, and that he's always there for us.
I know he's here, without a doubt, and I can feel him, and I feel his presence all the time.
Fans, at this time, please direct your attention to the north end of the field as we present the 2014 Wisconsin Football Senior Class. Our parents, John and Dana, linebacker Michael Trotter.
Whenever I run out on a field, I always hold my hand like the letter L. I always try to dedicate that game to Alexis.
Also from receive, linebacker Marcus Trotter.
You can't get any bigger than having a divisional championship on the line. You add Senior Day into it and you add the axe, but the biggest thing today is just getting into your zone and doing what you do best.
You were talking about Wisconsin's defense a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if they've faced a team as good as Minnesota this season.
This time it's Leitner on the keeper, trying to get outside, has the corner inside the 5, touchdown! Minnesota Golden Gophers! So far, so good for the Golden Gophers.
The give goes to Cobb, must be through, 35-30, 25, cuts right 20, Cobb to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Minnesota. David Cobb from 40 yards away.
Made Marcus Trotter miss. That was his first move. His second move was on Peniel Jean to get the touchdown.
Gary Anderson has talked a lot about how this team has been resilient.
Something has to happen here on this possession for the Badgers to get this large crowd into the game again.
3rd and 8 for the Badgers at their 22-yard line. Stabby back to throw, 4-man rush, left side pass, Erickson wide open at the 50, left side 40, Erickson the 30, he's to the 20, and brought down inside the 10-yard line. Stabby takes the snap, under some pressure, steps up, throws, end zone, Melvin Gordon, touchdown Wisconsin! Game on in Madison. Limit to the 25, to the cut to the right, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Wisconsin! Badgers take the lead. Give to Cobb, straight ahead. Nothing. Back hit behind the line of scrimmage, Marcus Trotter.
Well, that's what this defense needs. I mean, when the Badgers are playing at a high efficiency defensively, the backers are making plays.
The Badgers are back on offense. Big hole, throw it to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line of Minnesota. Stabby takes the snap, handoff Gordon over the left side to the end zone. Touchdown, Melvin Gordon. A 10-point Wisconsin lead as the Badgers have rallied from 14 down. The Gophers have a 3rd and 3 at their own 44-yard line.
Watch Max Williams here. Maybe he's due.
Leitner fakes the handoff, back to throw, and there's Max Williams wide open at the 50. Right side to the 40, 35-30. Caputo finally catches up. And Max Williams, who's been quiet all day, is loud on that play. Leitner in the gun, he'll keep it running right, and he is in. Touchdown Minnesota. And it's a one-score game again in Madison. So the Gophers fight back. The winner plays Ohio State next Saturday for the Big Ten title.
This is the first time I've actually seen this Minnesota defense gassed a little bit. We need to hammer this thing down.
Badgers at their 43-yard line. Wide receiver screen. Caught by Erickson. Left side gets the block from Frederick to the 50. 45-40. 35 Erickson to the 30. And down near the 25-yard line. Play fake. Stabby back to throw. Looking. Fires. End zone. Caught! Touchdown Wisconsin! And the Badgers will be headed back to Indianapolis.
Let's keep with the defense. He was a busy man today. He was in on a lot of stops. Marcus Trotter.
You are tough, resilient suckers. Every single time you get back to a corner, man, you bow up and you keep on fighting. Keep on doing it. I'm proud of you. I love you, man. I love being your coach. I can't wait to watch you keep on riding, man. Let's go. We all good? You ready? 1, 2, 3. You